Hey Scorpio, welcome to your weekly reading. This is a general reading for the sign of Scorpio, or if you have been drawn to this reading, there is something here for you. Spirit does work in amazing and wonderful ways like that. I do want to thank you for tuning into my channel. This is a general reading. With my readings, I do focus more on the spiritual, more on the intuitive. I generally try to steer away from the drama or any of those situations that you may have going on in your life. I do touch on those, but I really do try to delve deeper, dig deeper into seeing at the core of your being, at the core of your essence, what is going on, what is happening there, and how we can move beyond that and move towards trusting our intuition, move towards trusting our inner wisdom, and how to find and stay on our life path. We are multiple dimensional beings, so there is not going to be one answer, one source. It is going to require you to seek multiple sources, multiple input to gather the information, to put together and pull together and use the knowledge that you are wanting or that you are seeking. And so this is just one aspect. My aspect focuses on the spiritual, focuses on your intuition, focusing on your your beautiful spiritual gifts. And so that is the role that I play, is just really focusing in on the spiritual, the inner wisdom, the inner quiet. And so the foundation of this reading, I love that that showed up for you, Scorpio, is the Ace of Cups, which is about spiritual gifts. Your inner wisdom, your inner knowing, and how to reach that, how to achieve that. And if you are reaching that and achieving that, how to stay connected on that and how to move forward on your soul's journey, on your life's path. I did want to talk a little bit about August 31st is the full moon in the sign of Pisces. That's also a super blue moon. And with that super blue moon moving through the sign of Pisces, we are all going to be feeling sensitive and hyper aware of our surroundings. So don't be surprised if you feel that really right around the full moon. There's a 5-day period surrounding the full moon where those feelings are going to be heightened. You may find yourself feeling insecure, and you may be tempted to be passive. When you're experiencing that, and as you're moving through that, as we're all moving through that, Spirit is really asking us to seek spiritual growth and greater creativity by going within. Also, a little bonus there, Scorpio, Venus is going to be going stable September 3rd, and I think we're all going to be looking forward to that. And so, in your professional life, in your work life, you have a lot of players, a lot of members, and this beautiful moon card shows up when there's a light being shown on something. And since we are talking about the full moon and the full super blue moon, and it's showing up there in your professional life, in your public life. And so when those feelings of being sensitive and those feelings of being hyper aware show up in your work life, know that that is spirit drawing your attention to the people that work around you and your surroundings. And here I see you like to work alone, or you prefer to work alone. And in part, you prefer that because of your sensitivity, because of how you feel when you are surrounded by people or when there's a large group of people. And so Spirit is asking you to bring about changes that requires teamwork, to seek ways in which you can incorporate working with other people or incorporate ways to work as a team. And you can start pulling together your own team. And so I think up until this point, you've kind of have been joining other people's teams or joining other groups. Spirit is bringing you in the opportunities and bringing you in the people that you would like to use to create your own team. And I think by creating your own team and pulling in and deciding who is going to be in this team, who you feel you can work with on a deeper level, is going to alleviate some of the stresses that you have experienced in the past with working with other people or working on another team. In your home life, in your family life, in your private life. Look at that beautiful Ace of Pentacles there for you, and the Sun, and the new beginnings, looking towards the future, looking towards the horizons. And so I think that there's been a family issue, a division of property, or an inheritance. Someone spending, overspending, overindulging. And however this division of property is, however this old overindulging has gone, this excessiveness, it's going to come to an end. A final decision, a final end is going to be reached. And your initial response to this will be that you think that it is unfair, or that you're not going to like how this ends, how the final decision, the final outcome, the ending of it. I think that you're going to appreciate that it has ended so you can start this new beginning. But it's going to seem like it's lacking to you somehow, or you're going to feel that it is unjust. But, you know, family situations that come to endings like this rarely ever end well. And rarely is anyone, if anyone, happy with the outcome. And so I think that this is a lose-lose situation, and you're feeling a little bit discouraged or a little bit heartbroken about that. But you do know, and Spirit wants you to know, that you have done the best that you could given the situation. And Spirit is asking you to look at the positive aspects. So while you are not appreciating how this situation has ended or how this division of the property has come about, it is ending, and find peace and gratitude in knowing that it is ending, whatever the outcome may be, however unfair you may think that it is ending so you can move on. And it is ending so that you can move on to the Ace of Pentacles, you can move on to the Sun, and you can move on with the Knight of Pentacles. Looking at the bright horizon, look at the bright future ahead of you. Regardless of what you may have materially or physically, you have grown in inner strength. You have grown in wisdom, and the knowledge that you have gained and the spiritual growth that this situation has brought into your life, there is not a dollar amount that you can put on that beautiful Ace of Cups, that beautiful spiritual gift that is there for you, that is waiting for you to connect with, to tap into. Final thoughts, final messages. Look, we have the Ace of Swords, which is another beautiful gift. The King of Swords. The King of Swords is contracts, legal situations. And so I do see that this legal situation, these contracts are finally coming to an end. They're finally resolving. And by concluding, they're giving you the ability to move on. And just that ability to move on is a spiritual gift. And I see judgment here. Judgment and change. Sorry about that, Scorpio. And so we're getting back to the judgment and quick and sudden change. So maybe the finalization of this contract or the finalization of this agreement or the finalization of this ending, I think is just going to kind of come a little bit quicker than you have expected. And when this ends, there's not going to be, we have the Judgment card here. I don't think that there's going to be room for renegotiation. Sometimes when something ends or a contract is signed, there's room for renegotiations or room to rehash out an agreement. But I do believe that this ending is going to come quicker than anticipated. And if you are agreeing or ending, that there's not going to be a lot of room for renegotiation. How it ends is how it ends, which is good, because how the new beginning starts is how the new beginning starts. And that is the message that I have for the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio, please do check out the description box. In the description box, I do provide you with links to books, to websites, and to other YouTube channels that I think are relevant to you and the situation that you are experiencing now. Some of those are paid links and some of them are not, but I do believe I have the paid links well labeled so that you know, but all of those links are free or cost effective. Thank you, Scorpio. You have a blessed week.